Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really simple card using Stampin Write markers and the stamp set Beautiful You. So all I've done is I've got a piece of shimmery white cardstock because it's that little bit thicker for doing work with water, then my long stamping block, and all I'll be doing is first of all scribbling onto the block the colours that I'd like. All the details will be on my blog. You just take your time scribbling it along. It doesn't matter how quick you are because we'll be using a stamping spritzer afterwards to make it wet again. So I'm just adding each colour next to the last one. I'm not worrying about blending them together or whether there's a gap in between. Just literally scribbling each colour as I want it next to each other. Okay. Then once I've got all of my colours, I'm going to move my cardstock out of the way so I don't get it wet. I then take my stamping spritzer and spritz away onto the block. The more water you add, the more of a blurred effect you get. The less water you have, the more definition there will be to it. So once you've got your wet block, you then just push it down onto the cardstock and you can see all the colours blending together. Then holding the cardstock down, just lift off ever so gently, and you've got your watercolour rainbow effect. Now, because I want to stamp onto this fairly quickly, I'm going to use my heat gun to try and dry this off a little bit. So setting it to low, I'm going to use my heat gun to take off some of that water. Okay, so once the piece is completely dry, I did leave my original to dry naturally, whereas this one I've used the heat gun so you can see get slightly sharper edges, but I'm not worried about that. I've then taken the image of the lady with the umbrella and my black archival ink, making sure it's really inked up. I'm going to do this upside down for you, so I apologise if it goes wrong. But I then stamp my lady down over my rainbow colours so that she's there lovely. And then I have used the sentiment wishing you brighter days to come. I'm going to stamp this upside down here. Okay, so the black archival ink shows really nicely across the colours. It's still nice and crisp. I've then taken some thick Whisper White cardstock for my base because I find if I'm using it for a base card, the thick just works that little bit better. Using my bone folder to get a nice crisp edge. using fast fuse to stick my image down to the base of my card. Okay, and to finish it off, I have used some of the clear dots, I suppose they are, from the epoxy shapes. You can get them in either, these ones are just clear, but they do have a glitter version as well. And I've just added a couple of those onto the card. And there we go, finished. As you can see, it was a nice and simple card, but I just love the way the black image is so crisp over the colours,